Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and whatnot. And I promised in one of my podcasts a couple of weeks ago that I was going to make a video for you of multiple streams of income. So what are some ways that you can make money both in reselling and outside of reselling that you might not have thought of yet? So I am going to go over my top recommendations for multiple streams of income. If you are a full-time reseller or an entrepreneur, self-employed, I think that having multiple streams of income is extremely important, because if you have all your eggs in one basket and that basket drops or something happens, what do you got? Yet you have to have multiple streams of income for financial security. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Dalton is coming to say hello. Are you going to come smile and show him your big boy tooth? Dalton lost his first tooth. Yeah, and he's got a big boy tooth growing in, right? Did the tooth fairy come to see you?
Yeah. She gave me 2 monies.
2 monies? What are monies called?
Dollars.
$2. All right. Yes, everybody sees Dalton is in here because they are out of school tomorrow for Martin Luther King Day. So he is happy he gets to come in here while I am recording. All right. So what I'm going to do is talk about non-reselling side hustles, I guess you could say, before I talk about how to expand your actual reselling. I am going to cover a little bit of YouTube as well, especially for those of you with smaller YouTube channels. There is a way to monetize them before you're monetized by YouTube or make more than a couple dollars a day, which is how it is in the beginning. So the first thing I would say is to drive for Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, any of those types of things, especially if you're in a metropolitan or a very high vacationer spot. You could make a ton of money. I know personally, when we go on vacation, we always DoorDash. And I've talked to a few of the DoorDash drivers, and that is all they do. So the nice thing about those apps is you turn it on when you want, you turn it off when you don't. So if, just as an example, you're going thrifting or out of town on a trip, you can turn it on, make a few extra bucks, turn it back off. Or if you have kids or grandkids while they're in school, you can do DoorDash while they're in school, turn it off when they're out, and totally make your own hours. Now, this is not something I've ever tried because our reselling kind of entourage, which I'll talk to you more about the other streams of income we have, is plenty enough. However, I know quite a few resellers that do DoorDash as a supplement to their income. So definitely sign up for it, check it out, give it a try. If your sales are low, that's the cool thing. If sales are low one day, you turn it on, you go make some money. If they're great the next day, you don't, and I think that is a really, really nice feature. The second thing, which this is something I have just gotten back into in the last month or two, is mystery shopping. Now, if you are younger, there are quite a few checking, like for cashiers, that they are properly IDing, for tobacco, for alcohol, things like that. Now, if you're like me and you're over 31, there are still other mystery shops. There is an app called Presto. It has a little otter on it, and that kind of pulls all of the mystery shopping companies into one app. You do have to sign up for each one if you see a job that you would like to take. I will tell you some of the highest jobs that I did 5 years ago. Before I had Dalton, I was doing a lot of mystery shopping when I was still nursing. And one of them is opening a bank account. You open the bank account, you keep it open for 30 days, and it pays you like $85 to $100, which is not too shabby. So just remember to close the bank account when you're done with it. You also, and this is what I have been doing it for, and I do have referral codes for a few of these mystery shopping companies. So if you are interested in it, definitely let me know. So the one that I have been doing the most is one for amusement parks. And we go to amusement parks. It is a lot of work. It's about 5 to 6 hours of paperwork and narratives. You have to take pictures, but you get to go to the theme park for free. And that includes reimbursement for food and purchases at the gift shop. So where else could you do that, right? So that it's normally break even. There's not a big payment for it, but you save the money you would have spent if you were to go there anyways. So that is one of the main reasons I started doing it. I also signed up for one with dinner shops. Some of those can pay okay, but the big thing for me is being able to go to a nice restaurant and get a nice dinner, and it's free. So while doing that might not be something that we normally treat ourselves to, if we're mystery shopping, then we can. There are also like gas station, parking lot checks. They pay about $15. Again, if you're in a metropolitan area, there are going to be a lot more jobs. I am very rural, so most of them I have to drive to, and they aren't worth it for me for like the $15. However, if you're in a metropolitan area, there might be some really good ones that are quick $15 for 10 minutes of your time. So definitely check out the Presto Shops app. If it asks if somebody referred you, hit me up with a message on Instagram or email me, and I'll give you my info so that I could get credit, because I would greatly appreciate that. And there are all kinds of mystery shopping. There are hotels, there are restaurants, there are banks, there are the amusement park, just so many. And the money adds up. It really does. And of course, the free food is absolutely amazing as well. So what I used to do when I was nursing is I would do the mystery shops on my way home. I would stop and get dinner for free. And I would have to just record how long it took me to get my food. How was my food? I might have to take a photo of my food. But if you're really not able to have the luxury of eating out like that, it is a great way to get it for free. The next thing is selling your skills on something like Fiverr. Fiverr has 2 R's in it. That is what I use to get the intro that I still use for this channel. So if you have video editing skills or anything else like that, go on Fiverr and search, and you can offer your services up for a flat fee, and that could be a way to make some extra money. I also have paid people to cross post off of Fiverr. I now pay my mom to do it. So that is somewhere you could look for people to do the cross posting for you. And if you have skills that you want to offer, it's a great way to earn extra money as well. All right, let's talk about affiliate links. And the funny thing is, I really didn't have affiliate links until my YouTube got a little bit bigger. But my daughter, who is 22 now, was like, Mom, I'm going to be a brand ambassador. There are a lot of brands out there that you have to pay to be an ambassador for them. And then you can get a commission off of it. There's also like MLM companies. I don't do anything like that at all. But I will tell you, there are true affiliate links out there that you don't have to pay them, they pay you. And the first thing I would say to you is think of the things that you use regularly. So for me, being on YouTube, being a reseller, and I'm sure you have heard me talk about these, Lists Perfectly is how I cross post. And we're going to get into cross posting a little bit later in the video. But think of all the services that you use. Photo Room, I've been trying to get an affiliate link and they won't give me one. So if you know anybody there and can help me out, I would appreciate it. Another thing is bubble wrap, and I use American Bubble Boy. Joel will give anybody affiliate, you can tell him that I recommended you, and you will earn money if you recommend to your friends and family that they get bubble wrap from American Bubble Boy. So that is something that doesn't cost them any extra, but you get a small commission for referring them there. Now, Joel is very strict that he wants you to use the product. He doesn't want somebody that's not using the bubble wrap to recommend it to other people. And I completely agree with that. There's actually only 1 or 2 affiliates that I promote that I do not actively use. So I really think if you use it, you enjoy it, you like it, then it's perfect for you to see if that company has an affiliate link. Next for me are the 2 that I think a lot of people don't think about. Whether you have a YouTube, if you have some sort of social media, or you might tell friends or family about your eBay store, or you might tell them about a product that you use, sign up for eBay affiliate links. What is that? That is where you give them a link to your eBay item or your eBay store, and you get a small commission. It's normally only like 1 to 2%. It's really low. But if they're going to go buy it anyways, why not get a little piece of that for recommending it to them? Amazon is the same way. And I told my hairdresser, and I still don't think she's followed through with this, especially if you have a full-time job that is where you're recommending things to people. So for my hairdresser, she is telling people, use this hair product, use this curling iron, use this blow dryer. Every single one of those things she's telling them to get on Amazon, she could be giving them an affiliate link. And again, 1 to 2% commission. My Amazon and eBay, I think my last eBay was like $29 for the month, and Amazon was about $40. So I don't push that stuff really hard, but I will tell you, if you message me and say, hey, what's that label printer you use? I'm going to send you an affiliate link so that I get credit for recommending that product to you. And whether it's friends, family, it doesn't matter. Anybody can get an Amazon or eBay affiliate link. I will tell you, to get the Amazon store front, you do have to have over 10,000 followers, but anybody can get just a regular Amazon affiliate link account. So that's a big way, if you do have a smaller YouTube or if you're on Instagram, to earn money without getting paid for ads, which you need, I think it's 1,000. They might have dropped it to 500 subscribers for YouTube, and like 2,000 to 4,000 hours of watch time. So before you even hit that, if you're recommending things to your audience in any capacity on any platform, you can use those Amazon and eBay affiliate links and start earning money as soon as you're approved to do so. And Amazon a lot of times will give a bonus percent. Unfortunately for me, a lot of times it's like clothing and electronic stuff that I typically don't recommend. But depending on what niche you're in or what your full-time job is, you might be able to benefit from those times when they offer a higher commission on certain categories. Now, as you heard me say, for those affiliate links, the easiest way to promote those is social media. That is actually one of my goals this year, is to kind of incorporate those into my social media a little bit more. I am not great at doing it, but I really don't want you, the viewer, to feel overwhelmed with me like, use this, try this, do this. And if you like, I'm just being a salesman, because that's the last thing I want to do. In reality, for me, the affiliate links will help both you and me by me recommending either a product or a service to you. So social media, you can make money here on YouTube. It might take some time, and I will tell you, it's a very low percent that actually make a livable income from YouTube. I am one of those. I do make a very good income from my YouTube channel that allows me to be home with this thing. And oh, we messed my hair up. And it takes a long time. It was a lot of work, a lot of long hours to not get paid. So it is definitely not like an instant gratification thing. You could get lucky and go viral with your first video. It happens. not rare, not commonly that happens. Also Instagram. So both of these forums, like YouTube, you could do live sales, you could promote things that you're sharing affiliate links. On Instagram, you could show the products that you have just picked up. You can offer them for direct sale to your viewers there. You also can lead them into your eBay store or wherever you happen to sell. The other way on social media is once you do get those views, you can get paid to put ads on your YouTube channel, which is what I do. I also offer my membership where I do listing reviews, I do live sourcing, I do live shipping. So that just helps to elevate my income just a little bit more. And YouTube income for me has been very variable. Last year and the year before, there was a $20,000 difference. Not in a good way for me. Unfortunately, it went down. So it took me well over a year before I was earning any sort of income that was close to the time that I was putting into YouTube. And there is never any guarantee that you will get to that point. There are people that have started their YouTube channels before I even started mine, and they still are not monetized and making money from ads. So really important that if you want to start YouTube, do it because you want to help people and genuinely enjoy making the videos. I absolutely love it, whether I'm getting 50 views or 5,000 views. I love helping people. I love hearing back on progress and improvements that are made from my videos. So I would do it even if I still was not making money. All right, that is all I have for you that doesn't involve reselling. The rest of this is going to involve reselling. So if you're a reseller, you stayed till this point, then you might like this stuff. So number one thing with reselling to get to multiple income streams is to cross post. Now you can cross post yourself or you can use a cross posting service. I, for a long time, did all of the cross posting myself. I just kept the pictures in my phone, copied the description, and physically went and put them onto all of the other platforms I was selling on. However, now we use List Perfectly. We have used them for over 3 years. They are the only service I've used and the only one I intend to use. So my opinion is they are the best, but do not let my opinion sway yours. If you want to try the other ones, give them a try. There are some free ones out there. There are some lower cost ones out there. If you want to try List Perfectly, I do have a code, 30% off. Use the Nurse Flipper as a code to try it for a month. And I do think you should see pretty immediate results with cross posting. So the platforms we cross post to are only Mercari and Poshmark. We list on eBay, we copy it into List Perfectly's program, which is a really nice thing to have as backup. So if for some reason you lost your eBay store, all of your listings, your photographs, information is still stored in List Perfectly. Even the items that sold. So sometimes we get returns, they come back, they take forever. We have that old listing to refer to put. We just simply copy it back to eBay. They also have accounting where you can look at reports. I don't utilize any of that. I really probably should. I totally underutilize the program. List Perfectly has their own YouTube channel with how-to videos. I also have 2 tutorial videos on how to use List Perfectly. So you can search for the Nurse Flipper and List Perfectly and you will find those. Try the free ones. Do it yourself. You could do it yourself for, a week and see if you're getting sales. I was doing on Etsy, but now I am not anymore. I just didn't find the amount of sales worth the amount of time. I feel that it's a little bit harder to list on Etsy, but if you have certain things like vintage clothing or you do handmade crafts, Etsy might be the best platform. There is also Depop and Grailed. Those are great if you have vintage clothing, hats, shoes, things like that. I do not copy to those because I don't sell a ton of that stuff. There is Kitizen for kids' clothes. So there are all of these different platforms. I believe List Perfectly goes to over 10 that you can cross post to, that now you're opening up to that many more audiences. And if you think it's the same people going on all the platforms, it is not. It is, there are a few that overlap, but typically people pick their favorite platform and that's where they go to buy, whether it be Poshmark, Etsy, eBay, Depop, Grailed, whatever it might be. All right, so also with your reselling, and this is more saving money, just like the mystery shopping is, look for stuff in your yard. And you might have heard me talk about it before. I have sold Spanish moss out of my trees. We also have pine cones. I just looked up wood ash. So wood ash from your fireplace will sell. Depending on where in the country you are, you might have stuff in your yard that people will pay for. And for me, that is the Spanish moss, the pine cones, and apparently my ash from my fireplace, because it's good to put in the garden. So down your yard, like acorns, there's so many things. Just look, like start to open your eyes and really look and see what is there, and you would be surprised. And that gets you free inventory to list if you don't have a bunch of money to go sourcing. The other thing is, tell your friends, family, neighbors what you're doing. Tell them you're reselling. Ask them if they have any clothes or household items that they're not using anymore that they would be willing to give you, and you go pick it up. You do them a service by getting it, and you get free inventory. Also in your own house, stuff you aren't using, you would be very surprised. And if you're not using it, why not get some money for it? The other thing, if you already have the stuff and you need money now, think about if the stuff that you have is something you could bring to a pawn shop where they will just outright buy it from you, a consignment shop. Hibbett Sports is great for sporting equipment to get the money right now if you don't want to sit and wait for somebody to purchase it on eBay or another online platform. So think outside of the box. All right, if you have some ideas that I did not throw out here, please put them in the comments below for everybody. Share with your friends if you think that this might interest them on different ways to increase your streams of income. I appreciate you watching. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend.